From here on out, every foul is flagrant, boy. Let's go. What's up? Came in a chokehold, more balls than Esco. All right, maybe
you are now tuned into the chat room, your favorite baller's favorite podcast.
All right, welcome back to the Chat Room podcast. This is the season finale. I am the Senator, and with me today I got Dewayne.
What's going on?
We got Essay.
What up? What up? What up?
We got Jermaine.
What to do, baby?
We got Coach.
What's going on, yo?
Whoa! There's a stranger in the house. Hold on. Let's pause for a second. Wait. Making his return, we got MJ in the building.
What's happening? I thought
is this a season premiere?
I thought he forgot my name. Oh, damn.
Season debut, eh?
I was about to say, man, like this is crazy. You know what I mean? Still doing better than some other people, but you know what I mean? It's still shocking. I but gentlemen, how you guys doing today?
Fantastic.
I'm good. I'm good.
Blessing, bro.
I'm all right.
So
Frustrated.
Whoa. What's up, Coach?
So I'm frustrated now. My laptop's not working. I had some shit planned. It's what it is.
Damn, it bailed in the fourth quarter, eh?
Shit.
And if Joe was here, there would be a Paul George joke somewhere. But we are going to start off by just discussing how society is. So as we know, so in Alberta, we are free of lockdown as of when this episode is aired. We go into stage 3 on Canada Day, which was last week Thursday, and in Ontario they are going to be entering phase 2, and phase 3 follows 2 weeks after. They just announced that they did the largest vaccine clinic, which was held in the Scotiabank Arena. They said 25,000 people got vaccinated. So how are y'all feeling with the fact that COVID is almost over in Ontario? And Coach, how do you feel that COVID is over in Alberta?
Over.
It's never over, bro. I'm still gonna be.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not saying none of this matter.
COVID's been over for one man in this chat.
Yep.
It's already been over for one man.
Has it ever existed?
No, it hasn't.
For one man.
He there's no such thing as COVID for this one man.
Who are you talking
It doesn't exist.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
So I've said at work that COVID is over according to how everything is. No restrictions. They're saying that the no mask rule will take place July 5th, all that stuff. But here is the crazy thing. Stampede is about to start. So that just means that with COVID being over, STI rates are about to go skyrocketing. So
that's crazy.
Stampede was the original super spreader.
Wow, bro.
So everybody, y'all stay safe out there. You know what I mean?
I mean, we're just getting back to a regularly scheduled program. That's all.
Yeah.
Faithful Jamaican man.
Yes.
I just don't like how everyone went quiet there. That just doesn't make it.
No, they should.
sense.
There shouldn't be any laughter at all.
You're lying.
What is going on?
I already see where this is going. So let's jump into the topics. All right. So this past Saturday of the time of recording, was one of the most anticipated verses since Verzuz started. We had Drake in the comments saying, "Yo, if somebody hit me up, I would have been there for sure."
Cap.
We had surprise guest appearances by Mr. ICDC College himself. It was one of those ones. We had Soulja Boy versus Bow Wow, to me, which might be the most unorganized versus that there ever was, which added to how great the versus was to me. So how did y'all feel about it? And what do you guys want to talk about when it comes to it?
Big
I didn't
Dick
watch
the same track 3 times in a row.
He didn't do it 3 times in a row. He just came back to the same track. He did his version to start, played 3 songs, then played the Nicki verse, which was an exclusive. That's not even on the remix. It's just an exclusive. And then about 2 or 3 tracks later, brought out French to do his remix to it. So,
I mean, it clearly showed. It showed that Soulja Boy clearly doesn't have the songs compared to Bow Wow.
They didn't even go 20.
Doesn't have it. Nah,
they didn't even go 20.
Bow Wow had a lot. Bow Wow had a ton more songs he could have played, but
tracks, bro.
Yeah, he has tracks. Like I don't think people realize Bow Wow has tracks.
You saying the meeting him at 17 was like a mercy rule?
I think so. I think Bow Wow could have played a lot more, but he's like a young brother. He doesn't want to embarrass him, you know.
He snuck in a couple shots. He snuck in a couple shots. He snuck in his.
It was all in fun. It was all in fun.
Yeah,
but
bro.
yeah, Bow Wow didn't want to embarrass him. I could tell he didn't want to embarrass him.
I think we all knew Bow Wow was gonna win that for sure.
Of course.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But
so he's gonna mollywop Soulja Boy.
The funniest part to me was Romeo.
Yeah,
taking advantage of his 5 minutes of fame, bringing out 30 man.
Yep.
He played about like 4 or 5 songs in 45 seconds.
They got hip hop. They got hip hop.
He was shouting out. He was shouting out his new merchandise.
The man said he was Kobe. That part had me dying. Bow Wow being Michael Jordan, yes, that's fair because Bow Wow's generation, by far, he is Michael Jordan.
Absolutely.
Kobe is crazy for Romeo. That's disrespectful to Kobe.
Yo,
He should have just said, I don't have the talent, but I work my ass off. He shouldn't have said anything about Kobe in that because what he said was true, but him saying he's Kobe was fucked up. He should have said
that was worse than him saying Soulja Boy is Bron.
That's what I wanted to ask. I wanted to ask Jermaine. There's only one person that I want to ask about that. Jermaine. So how do you feel about the comparisons? Bow Wow being MJ, Lil Romeo being Kobe, and
bullshit.
Big Draco being LeBron.
Bro, it's black, bro. I have no words for that, man. Like those 3 guys, bro, they're all trash, man. I'm sorry, man.
Chill, man. Just chill. Bow Wow in his era.
Soulja Boy, yes. Romeo, yes. Bow Wow's all right.
In his era, Bow Wow was the GOAT.
Yeah, he was the man.
All y'all stop acting like y'all never danced to Crank That. Y'all did the you.
I swear to God, I never did that, bro.
But they're trash.
I swear there's some tape out there of Jermaine going, you.
I hate that shit, bro.
Can I say one thing towards it though? The reason why I wanted to ask Jermaine was because what Jermaine said earlier before when this verses got announced. He said that both of them are trash, whatever. But here's one thing that I will give Soulja Boy the credit for that a lot of people might forget, which is why I think
together.
No, I think this is the reason why I think Romeo said what he said about Soulja Boy being LeBron. Soulja Boy was actually the first hip hop artist to promote his music on YouTube. He was the first one getting paid off of YouTube. That switched up the whole generation to where people started to put out music. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that he is LeBron, but I'm saying the impact that move did. Because remember, back then he was doing videos about, y'all can clown me as much as you want. Continue to comment on the videos. I'm making 30 cents off of each comment. I'm getting 15 cents off of each view. And he was getting like 3 million views off of just saying, yo, continue to comment on my videos. And people were commenting. He was making money off that shit. If you look at what YouTube is at now, they're not paying anywhere close to what it was when Soulja Boy first got on there. You know what I mean?
So crazy.
You gotta give him his credit for that, man. Like,
I
that
do.
Shit,
no, absolutely.
That shit was impactful.
Absolutely. He was impactful.
The only reason, to be honest, the only reason I watched it because I knew we were going to talk about it here. Like, I was not going to watch that shit.
Same here.
I watched it for
entertaining.
It was an entertainment value to me, man. Like that.
It was something to do. It was something to do. It was something to do.
But yeah, it came on at a bad time. There was a lot going on that night. There was basketball, there's boxing, there's UFC.
I didn't watch it the night of. I watched it like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Well, I watched it the night of. I was dying of laughter in that entire thing. I was like, "This is
that
the
thing.
entertainment value on this is hilarious." Like, it's funny when he was like, "Yo," when he was talking about Drake, and he goes, "Yo, you didn't do a song with Drake. You didn't do a song with Drake," and like,
and he has no verse on it.
Yeah.
We're waiting. I'm like, wow, this is.
He didn't do that song with Drake. Drake just took it from him.
Yeah,
just made it big.
Or when he did when he played the Nicki verse, Nicki track. What's the track called? Is it Lil Piggy? Off of the remix that she did off of Donk. Right? Yeah. Because he did Donk and then he played it back. He's like, yo, you're gonna play 2 songs back and forth? I'm gonna play 2 songs back and forth. And then he just played the Nicki track. Like, you could tell Bow Wow was starting to get a little frustrated.
Facts. He was
terrible.
He was for sure. He did for sure.
Why was Academics on stage?
I don't fucking know.
Oh man, I was dying of laughter when Bow Wow's when Bow Wow's DJ goes, we've never heard Hack play a song live ever.
Yeah, he fucked it up too.
Yeah, he
Bow Wow called him out.
Fucking social track. And then freaking all of Bow Wow's campus fucking dying.
Yo, honestly, I don't know if Swiss and Timbo knew what they were getting into when they put that on.
It was a clown show.
They didn't realize
in this day and age, it's got the people talking. So to them, that's a success.
They did their job, right? I guess. Yeah, they did what they set out to do. They did their job.
The crowd was weak, though. The crowd was weak. I'm not gonna lie. The crowd
they were.
Did them for like a crowd, because nobody's gonna react to those guys the same way that they'll react to like other people who are like right now. They should have done that in the studio, because then you wouldn't be like, it'll just be all comments, you know. That kind of stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
But
you say you can't find anyone that could react to basketball?
Nah.
You can't find no one?
Yeah, it was like 10 years ago, or 10 years ago that would have been popping, but
that didn't get you hype.
Nah, not at all.
All right, so here's the thing I'll say.
I got hype when they brought out the Brat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Brat's a legend, and she's still on Growing Up Hip Hop, so she still has relevancy to this. Like, she is on the morning show, she's on Growing Up Hip Hop, she's relevant. But
even 3-6, we brought up
thing was like, he was out of breath though, man.
DJ Paul,
he was.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute for him, so you can tell.
It was good to see him because he was dealing with some health issues previously. Yeah. So it was good to see him, but like, it's still like, you can't do a 3-6 and Juicy J's not on stage. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the problem. But I will say this: the Verzuz having the crowds, to me, has hurt Verzuz more than not having the crowd. Like the Swiss Timbo rematch
wasn't that good.
It wasn't that good because the crowd wasn't into it like that. The Trina Eve one, because they're excellent talents. But the fact that Eve was in London and Trina was in Miami, like, you don't really get to hear the reaction from a crowd. Like, if Eve performed the record, so then you kind of more lean towards Trina. Like, I think Trina held her own on that one, to tell you the truth. But I'm just saying, like, the crowd reactions, it's different, right? So like, unless they're gonna do, if the next one isn't at Essence Fest and it's live on stage, I could see the crowd there. Because the next one they said was announced, it said in partnership with Essence. And
Yeah, but
Essence
if
Fest
they're gonna do
is supposed to
that,
be the early July.
if they're gonna do that, they have to have big names. Like it has to turn into like a party. Like it would like they would have been better off doing like I think the Beanie and Bounty at something like that, where it's like a party, because those guys, their energy will like bring the crowd up. Like
Exactly.
But I'm saying Essence Fest is more of an R&B one. So if you're gonna do that,
I get that.
you gotta
I get that.
You gotta have a crazy lineup. You gotta have people
like Chris Brown versus Usher.
That might have to be the Chris Brown Usher. That might have to be the Maxwell versus somebody. That might have to be, you know what I'm saying? Because of I'm not talking about but you're looking at the viewership. I'm saying you're saying that you're looking at the viewership. I'm saying the people that are gonna go. People go for like those neo soul ones. So if you have a Maxwell thing, you'll have that crowd reaction with it because of the fact of what the event is. Essence Fest is an R&B festival, so they vibe out to those R&B. So a Chris Brown Usher, a Maxwell versus some even
Genuine
like
or something,
Genuine or Music Soulchild, that would rock out. Like you have to look at the internet viewership might not be that big, but the crowd reaction will be there because of what Essence Fest is and what it's always been. It's always been an R&B thing.
I agree. I get that point, but like, I don't think you like. For me personally, it would have to be like R&B artists or artists that are like they swing through genres. So like Usher and Chris Brown would be tough, or like a Mary J and somebody would be tough. I don't think Maxwell and Music Soulchild would be that tough, because like I mean like a few songs like they have bangers, but a few songs would be tough. But I don't think the crowd reaction would do them justice. And like you said earlier, I don't think it would do justice to the Verzuz. Like it would have to be something big for me personally. Like I think the best one for there would be Usher and Chris Brown. That would be the one.
You need some heavy hitters, man.
Yeah, for sure. Like that would be the one. Or like I don't know who's going Mary J.
But nobody's going against Mary J. No one's going against Missy. No one's going against Mariah. Those are like three names that are up there. But all I'm saying is I'm not looking at the internet viewership. I'm looking at the in-person viewership. Like the crowd hypeness of it, it's lacking now because everyone just goes there and they record to say that they were there.
Yeah.
Right? You got to look at what the festival is normally like and who they usually bring out. Like they had Escape, they had SWV at the last one, Tony Braxton. Like it's all that neo soul type one. So if you are going to do a partnership with them, you have to keep it within that same type of branch. I would look at doing like, if I was them
before and did that there, I think that would get a better reaction than a Maxwell and
Monica and Brandy.
Yeah, Monica and Brandy there. That would be a better reaction than a Music Soulchild and
but because I'm saying Maxwell there kills, and it's historically known that Maxwell kills at Essence Fest. Like it's whoever they go up against. But let's stop talking about Verzuz real quick because they didn't even actually announce. Yeah.
Yo, Fanfare, you know what'd be crazy? I thought about this a couple of days ago. You know how they did the virtual Tupac when he's on stage, but it wasn't really him, but he was there?
Like Tupac Biggie?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so what if they did like
hologram?
Chris Brown, like as a dedication on Verzuz?
Yeah, what?
I don't want to see it again. They've done that before. I don't want to see it. They've done Michael Jackson hologram. I don't want to ever see that again.
Yeah,
I don't want to see holograms, man. No.
I don't want to see it.
No.
I don't feel good. I feel weird about those hologram things. It's weird to me.
The
only one that I saw that I was kind of hyped over was when they did the Pop Smoke in the club.
Yeah.
That one was tough, though. It was just
Migos just announced that they're doing 3 cities at the same time because it's all going to be through hologram.
Oh shit!
They're doing 3 cities in the same night, and I think it's Atlanta, LA, and Chicago, if I'm not mistaken. But they're doing 3 cities, and it's gonna be holograms of the Migos.
They're selling tickets for that.
Yeah, that's fine. People that are actually alive, I don't care about that. That's great, but dead people don't be doing no holograms of dead people.
Okay.
Are you paying to see a hologram?
No, I'm not.
I'm just
not
curious.
at all.
You know what I would like to see? I would like to see this, and you guys can tell me if I'm crazy for saying this, right? But not I would like to see if you're gonna do like a versus of people that passed away, do a versus that's like a tribute. So do
That's
a
what I'm saying.
do
Yeah.
MJ Prince tribute where you have those artists that most
artists exactly
represented.
Yes,
But
yes.
so like you'll have a Bruno Mars representing Prince.
That I can go with. Yeah.
Thing where they go out
Chris Brown representing,
and they're singing Michael Jackson songs. Yeah.
You have 40 artists that have been
I said 40.
because you have to. I would have different ones for one like that. You could get like
it'll be big. It'll be big.
Get a thing to
I'm
go
sure you
on
can
to
get
just
people
do.
I'm sure you can get people who would want to do it, but you have. Are there 40? Are there 20 artists out there that can do a dedication for MJ?
Hell yeah. What? Are you crazy? Michael Jackson? He's the greatest entity. He's the greatest entity of mankind. 20 artists, it'll be easy.
Listen to the question.
easy to do Michael Jackson tribute?
No, you don't have to sound like the man. Just you can sing his songs. You don't have to sound like Michael Jackson. Just sing his songs well. That's all.
Hold on.
No.
If you're a singer, you can sing a Michael Jackson song.
I disagree. I don't want to fucking see Juicy J doing fucking MJ tribute.
Whoa.
But why is Juicy J an option? Why is Juicy J an option? Why is Juicy J an option? There's so many other artists.
Juicy J to perform for MJ chat.
You could have said anyone else. This guy said Juicy J.
There's probably only two.
Okay, hold up.
Who can do that shit, bro?
There's only two artists.
No, you can get Donald Jones. You can get a lot of people to do.
No,
Hold on one second.
Come on, man.
Okay.
My girl loves Donald Jones.
Order in the court. Order in the chat.
no.
Jesus.
All right, MJ, what were you about to say?
There's only two people that I would want to see do like a Michael Jackson tribute, and that's Chris Brown and The Weeknd. That's it.
No Usher?
Not even Usher.
Damn.
Well, they're gonna do it. They've done it before. They've done it before.
Usher couldn't do a MJ tribute?
They've done it before.
I'm an Usher fan, but no.
Mm-hmm.
So can I ask a question then?
Yeah.
So,
in school.
Yeah. Because so you wouldn't appreciate a Janet Jackson tribute to MJ?
Oh, sure, females, yeah, of course,
Sure.
That's family.
It doesn't have to just be men. It could be women too.
So would you
That's
appreciate
family,
her performance for
Michael Jackson?
Chris Brown? For Michael Jackson, I mean, yeah.
Not really.
Or would you appreciate her for a Prince tribute? Seeing that she a follow up from Prince that plays all the artists.
That makes more sense.
I'm just saying, there are not 20 artists in the world that I would listen to. I would like a MJ tribute from. There's not. You can make an argument for some people. Like I'm not saying people are not talented, but just like with reggae, there's not 20 artists in reggae who I want to hear a Bob Marley tribute from. Like there's not. Like those are iconic people. Like I gotta have people who are icons to do something like that. For me personally, that's just me personally.
Yeah.
I think 40 was stretching it, okay? But I do think that there are a good amount. I think that you might have a lot more artists that you could put towards the Prince side more than MJ side, because you could have like Anderson .Paak, you could have her, you could have Bruno Mars, you can have, you know what I mean? Like and this is just me coming off the top of my head, but I do see there are those artists, because you're not just going off of certain songs. You could have artists from the 70s that are singing those Michael Jackson songs from like Rock With You, those ones. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you could have
the songs.
Yeah, you have artists that can give a good tribute towards them just being around that time that they were there. Like it might not sound exactly like MJ, but the tribute would be good enough to be compared.
That's where I'm coming from.
The thing,
yeah.
Like I would.
Not for me, but you guys have your own opinion, but not like me personally, not for me, man.
All right.
I just said Chris Brown.
I
just said Chris Brown. That was it.
Yo, man, get the fuck out of here, bro.
No, for real. I feel that though. When it comes to like the singing and the dancing.
Yeah, but he didn't only just do singing and dancing for every song. That's the reason why I'm looking at the person's career, their discography. Yeah. I'm not just looking at
maybe I would say if I'm thinking about it, really, maybe 5 to 10 people that I can see. Okay, they can do a Michael Jackson tribute that I would appreciate.
All right, so 20 artists. That would still be dope.
10 being the max, but maybe 5 to 10 that I can see doing a good MJ tribute.
Okay. All right. I think we can move right along.
Yeah, let's move on to the NBA playoffs. At this current moment, we got playoff P being down 3-1.
Stop, man.
How do y'all feel about that?
You're winning right now, bro.
I'm not gonna diss him because
they don't have Kawhi.
I'm not gonna diss him because honestly, he's been showing up this whole playoffs.
Yeah.
Like minus the 2 last games where he missed throws. Minus that, he showed up. He showed up. So I can't diss him. But
that last game he didn't even shoot well. So, in general, they almost won the game, but yeah.
That game was a gimme game. That game was a gimme game.
I have no disrespect to Paul George, but like, has he earned playoff P, or is he like kind of making up for like the negative? But like has he earned that respect? You know what I'm saying? Like that what he intended naming himself that. Has he come close, or does he still have a ways to go?
I think if we're being objective and we're being fair, this playoffs, he's earned that moniker this playoffs because he's come up, he's proven himself in big games this playoffs. Like that the one game where he had 37, 16
in every series, he's had some crazy games.
Yeah, like he's done enough for me to warrant that moniker for this playoffs. But he's still not in that upper echelons of player who have like Bron, KD, and those guys. He's not there yet. Like to me,
not a 96 on 2K.
No, definitely not 96. Okay. He's a 91, 92.
Okay.
For me, his true test is the game that's going on right now. If he can show out in this game, put this team in his back and win tonight, to me he's earned something. Like that'll be a huge win for him. And you got to come back and
last series too.
Did against Utah?
Yeah, he did last series. Yeah. Like this game. If they win this game, it will be cheers to him because they're missing Kawhi and they're missing Big Zoo. So they got two players are the top 7.
Yeah, DeMarcus is playing well right now too.
Except for that last play, but yeah, he is. He's stepping up.
No, like I mean this game, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I will just say I'm gonna give a shout out to Reggie Jackson again because he's been hooping this entire playoff.
20 twin.
Hey, throw your hand. See if it works.
No, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. And I had to turn the hat backwards because I can't be promoting this company on the podcast. You know what I'm saying? We ain't getting no checks from them.
Right.
Jermaine, how do you feel about the Clippers Suns playoffs so far?
Very competitive, as expected. Suns are going to win the series, but I was telling you, bro, like you guys will have one bad game, and then everybody be like, "Oh, he's garbage," and then when he has a good game, "Oh, he's a GOAT." Like, bro, his era's messed up.
No. Ain't nobody said the GOAT. Ain't nobody yet.
Wait, who we talking? Who are you talking about?
Paul George.
No, we never said it again.
Who are you saying is the GOAT? Who are you talking about?
I'm saying how people
wasn't saying
now today. Like,
they're saying Paul George is a GOAT. What?
No. I'm just saying he'll show out, and then everybody be like, "Oh, he's good, he's great," but then when he has like one bad game, he's garbage, he's trash, bro. Like,
he can't miss a shot, bro. Once he misses a shot, they start calling it pandemic feet.
Yeah.
I think I saw it. I was watching.
He kind of earned it.
I was watching Undisputed, right? And it was interesting to see their take, and I think I totally understand it, and I totally get where the slander comes from. So one of the problems with the slander is that you can't give yourself the nickname and then not perform, right? So then you give yourself the opportunity, you open yourself up for the opportunity for for people to criticize your game. And then 2, it's you can't give yourself that name and not really succeed. So right now he's playing a lot better than he has. But I think Shannon Sharp was the one that said, like, he is better when he's in the Robin role more than the Batman role. And I think that was one of those ones where now we're starting to see him be more the Batman. And at this point right now, Reggie Jackson is his Robin because he's been performing every single game with him.
Been showing off, man.
But he was saying when Indiana faced Miami, they were expected to lose. So when you get that freedom to play like every game like you're expected to lose, you don't have that pressure that you're supposed to win. Him on the Clippers right now, him on OKC when he partnered with Russ, they had that pressure of having to win. So right now he's playing with free money because Kawhi is out. Yeah. It's like you have that excuse that Kawhi is your best player wasn't there. You had to step up to be the best player. But I think that also goes into the argument that we have for the next series, which is Chris Middleton has been playing the best basketball on that team.
He's ugly.
So how do you guys feel about the Bucks?
He's pretty Tower's pretty inconsistent. Sorry, Chris Middleton is pretty inconsistent too. Shout out Tower, man. Shout out my boy Tower. Chris Middleton is pretty inconsistent as well. Like he'll have a great game where he has like 30-something points. Then he'll have another game. If they lose, Chris Middleton had a bad game. If he plays well, they win, bro. It's just what it is.
He's that factor, bro.
Giannis will get his, but
like Giannis, even on bad games, he's a guaranteed 30 and 12. Even on games,
that's what I'm
saying. So he's gonna give you that the X factors for that team. Whenever Drew Holiday or Chris Middleton play good, when one of those guys play good, as in addition to Giannis, they're gonna win the game. When both of those guys play good with Giannis, they can be. They're one of the best teams in the league. Like as we saw with like. In the Brooklyn series in the last game, like Drew Holiday played trash for the most of the game, and then you scored like the last 8 points
in the fourth. I know. That's tough though. Honestly, as a coach, how bad he was shooting, you could have taken him out of the game.
Should have.
He stuck with him because the defense is what kept him in the game. Even though, defense got him kept him in the game, but and then he started hitting some crazy shots, bro.
Bro, like
it's crazy how it works.
The first three he took, I'm like, yo, okay, listen, that's the three that you take with like that's the three that you have the most confidence in the world. Because this man took like a Dame Lillard step back three, like
and that's when he missed like 6 shots previously.
Yeah, like that's like a high confidence shot because I give him all the credit because he had a tough floater and he had another three. I'm like, okay, he's hooping.
So can I ask you guys a question about that? There was a statement made. And I'm going to go to Essay and Jermaine first. Because I know, Francis, you're the last person I want to hear on this topic. Okay? I'm gonna just let you know. Because when I say it,
bullshit gonna happen right now, bro.
When I say it, y'all just look at Francis's screen, right? Somebody in the media after the Bucks went up 2-1 said that Chris Middleton is the closest player to Kobe that there is right now in the game.
Kobe.
All right, can I say something? The only reason why... hold on.
Kobe beef?
Yeah, the only reason why I'm saying that, bro.
I know exactly who said it.
Yeah, no, but it doesn't matter. The reason why they're saying that, bro, because what All-Star game was that? I think it was his last All-Star game.
He looked just like him.
Angle.
He looked just because he was wearing the number.
Yeah. No, it looked like him. Oh, it was
from the back. From the back, his head shape, the head shape.
Yeah, but he ain't Kobe, bro. He ain't Kobe, man. Cut it out.
I've heard he's a poor man's Kevin Durant now. But this Kobe thing is crazy.
Yeah.
You know who he kind of reminds.
It's blasphemous.
Actually, it was not him. It was not him.
Who said it?
It was not him that said it. But
he reminds me of Danny Green. Not Danny Green. Danny Granger.
Danny Granger?
Yeah, he low-key Granger, like low-key.
He's better.
But yeah, like his game is more diverse and he's better than him, but like
Danny Granger used to hoop, man. Like,
yeah.
I think people forget like when Danny Granger, like before Paul George on
2 seasons.
Like,
he was good. He was good for 2 years.
That's who
Yeah.
So Essay, how do you feel about that comparison?
I think it's atrocious. I want to know who made that outlandish statement.
Can I ask Essie a question though?
Absolutely, go ahead.
I know it's crazy that they compare him to Kobe, but what if he had Shaq? What if Chris Middleton had Shaq? Would he still get those numbers?
Yo, and then you question why we call you Loki? You question why we call you the mischievous one?
Yo,
Chris Middleton is definitely not the closest thing to Kobe. I'll tell you that. But I also won't say.
Smiled since.
Would you say Devin Booker is?
I will say there is another player that potentially could be, or is a hell of a lot closer. He dropped 43 in a recent game. Is he playing right now?
Can I ask, Coach? Are you okay? Are you okay?
Coach? His screen's frozen.
Yo, Coach. Yo, I see some steam coming from that towel, bro. It's a hot towel now.
I'm just listening because
woosah.
Chris Middleton on Lakers with Shaq is a 3-peat. That's what Essay is thinking. Right?
That's not what I said at all. Don't tell lies on me on this podcast. I will not tolerate that. Don't besmirch my name like that, good sir.
And give him Bynum and Powell. That's 2 more rings. That's great.
That's 2 more.
Wow. Going on that, I will say this: Devin Booker is a really, really, really talented player. So I'll just leave.
Stephen A. Smith needs to stop saying this stuff though, because he does. I think he's hurting careers when he does this, because now like the casual fans that don't know who Devin Booker is and they're like, oh, this guy's the next Kobe, and then they see how he plays. If he has a bad game, then it's like, oh, this guy's trash. Like it's crazy. He said this about Donovan Mitchell, and then Utah was up 2-0 against Clippers when he said Donovan Mitchell's the greatest Utah Jazz player ever. Better than Karl Malone, better than Stockton, better than Darren Williams. And then Utah lost 4 straight, and now it's like, what do you say about Donovan Mitchell?
Didn't Stack and Kendrick Perkins just recently post that Middleton is the best player on the Milwaukee Bucks?
Cut it out.
He's better than Giannis. He's better than Giannis.
I will say
I do gotta
hold on. We all can't talk over each other.
I gotta clear up something on the Kobe thing though, right? For the record, I never said or uttered that Devin Booker is the next Kobe Bryant. What I did say was that if there's anyone who has a potential or who is Kobe-esque, it would be Devin Booker. That's what I said.
Yeah, you said if you give Devin Booker
shut up,
he would also have 3 championships.
Yo, Loki, chill.
All right, Coach, what were you about to say about the
Bucks?
Chris Middleton, and what people say? Yeah.
I think Giannis is clearly the best player on that team. You can't have somebody who's a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year, MVP, 2-time MVP Defensive Player. You can't have somebody like that and say that somebody who has been to the All-Star game maybe twice in his career is better than him. What I will say is that Chris Middleton he's their undisputed closer. He's their undisputed closer. Like in the fourth quarter, everything runs through Middleton because Giannis is so predictable. And I put most of this blame on Coach Bud because them getting Drew Holiday.
Mary hates that guy, bro.
Yeah, Bud he's awful. Like them getting Drew Holiday, that should be you're running through Drew Holiday, using Giannis in the pick and slip, using him in the dunker spot. That's how you should use Giannis, not having him dribble the ball up the court, trying to go 1-on-5, trying to go wide. He's not that kind of player. He's not that yet. Maybe he'll get that in his game, but he's not that yet. So Bud is hurting Giannis by not letting Drew Holiday run the show.
Question. Right? What's up? Who's tougher to guard, Chris Middleton or Giannis?
Middleton, easier. Like he's way harder to guard. Giannis, as
Absolutely.
you have the personnel, so like if you can have somebody who's long, athletic, and physical, and you have four other defenders who are smart and they're able to like kind of what Toronto did and wall up and then get back to shooting and recovery. As long as you can do that, you can stop Giannis. Middleton, you can't really stop him unless he's having a bad game, right?
Okay.
Because he can get to his spot, he can shoot it, he can handle the rock, like he can do a lot. He's more versatile than Giannis is.
He has counters.
Yeah.
Here's my follow up to you, and I totally agree with you, Coach. Right? I think that Chris Middleton is benefiting like how Siakam benefited.
Yeah,
it's the exact same thing. You aim to guard the best player, and every team that when they were facing the Raptors with Kawhi, they aim to try to lock down Kawhi, send doubles to Kawhi, send whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The others outside points goes towards the others, right? And Siakam was just one of those players that could run up and down the court. Also, if he needed to spot up to take a three, he would randomly take 1 or 2 threes, but the mid-range game was the one that worked for him, like the post up, the turnaround, the spin layups, that stuff, right?
Double tap circle.
Yeah, pretty much. So I think that Chris Middleton is benefiting off of that. Now, do I think that if he is the primary scorer that he would be able to do the same thing? No, because that we've seen the collapse of people that have been quote unquote the Robins that had to be forced to be in the Batman role, and they can't produce like that because now the defense are focused on them. And I think Chris Middleton has that. And I think for the media, it's easier for them to just say that Chris Middleton is the best player on there because he scored 20 points in that game in the fourth quarter to help
he snapped in the fourth. I get it.
And what you know what I'm saying? So it's just easier to just do that.
If Chris Middleton is your best player, I was saying if Chris Middleton is your best player, you're not a championship team. If he's your second best player, you're a borderline championship team. If he's your third best player, like if Siakam, like during that Raptors run, Siakam was the Raptors' third best player, right? Because you had
second.
B. Those were the guys who showed up, right? And Siakam was the third. If Middleton is your third best player, you are a championship team. Granted, Bucks will probably still win it this year just because they're the best team left. If Clippers can get it,
healthy, bro.
They're the healthiest team.
Yeah, healthiest team left. So if Clippers can get to the finals and get Kawhi back and get Zubac back, then I think Clippers are the favorite. But with the 4 teams remaining as currently constructed, Bucks should win the championship, and they shouldn't lose more than 2 games the rest of the way.
All right, so I want to get into that in a little bit, but MJ had a question for Fanfare.
So this Milwaukee team, would they beat the Raptors from 2 years ago?
Ooh. No. I don't think so. No. The way the Raptors were,
and with Chris Middleton is now
with the Raptors, it was more about the team chemistry. You add Kawhi with our core, it just worked. Everybody had a specific role in our team. That's why we were. Everybody knew what they were supposed to do as soon as they got on that floor. They knew their assignments. The defense was on point. Like that team was a really hard team to beat. I don't think this Milwaukee Bucks team, and Giannis was easy to figure out. Once you figured him out, we were able to isolate everybody else.
I would say
that was a really well-constructed Raptors team.
But Drew Holiday on a Kyle Lowry would have.
So here's what I'll say to you, MJ. I understand what Fanfare is saying. I think that this Milwaukee team could have beat the Raptors, but Bud would not make changes. That's where the problem is. It's the coaching. Like if you had if you had a better coach to me, I feel like that they would have had the opportunity. If this team could have beat that team. But Bud still thinks that everything has to go through Giannis, which is what Coach said earlier. And you bring in a point guard that's a defensive-minded point guard that can still score, give you points. You got to allow that point guard to be a point guard. Mm-hmm. You got to allow them to play the role that they're supposed to be. Right now, Drew Holiday is a shooting guard.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
They're the dumbest talent right now, bro. They're so dumb.
He looks so lost out there.
If Milwaukee wins a championship, they should still fire their coach, bro.
Honestly, like as crazy as it sounds,
Would that be the first time that ever happened?
No,
they should, bro.
Yes.
Like, they should.
No one's ever fired a coach after they won a
we've had
The
coaches
Raptors have fired their coach
after coach of the year.
Yeah,
but he didn't win the ring.
Raptors
Yeah, coach of the year.
yeah.
Yeah.
Raptors have done that twice, but
We're talking about a ring, though.
I'm talking about
winning a
championship.
ring.
never
That'd be
happened.
crazy.
But it should happen. I promise you, it should happen.
I agree, bro.
Because they're not beating Brooklyn next year with this system that they're running. It's not happening.
And then if
Are they
Philly
still sweeping the Heat, though?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just wanted to
Absolutely.
If Boston or Philly make the trades that they're talking about, I think Milwaukee could be the third or fourth best team next year, bro.
I don't know
I have
what the
them
hell
fourth.
Boston
If the trades happen, I have them fourth.
They're talking about trades for Boston, which could be Jaylen Brown for Bradley Beal. If that happens, or
I'd feel so bad for Jaylen Brown, bro.
Yo, we can come to the Raptors.
Philly,
Yes.
they're talking about a Dame Lillard for Ben Simmons trade.
Oh yeah, that's what you heard.
Huh?
I heard different, bro.
That'd be crazy.
Dame Lillard?
Dame Lillard.
I've heard a few trades for Ben.
Dame Lillard,
Philly would be crazy.
Dame for Ben Simmons, the Thibault guy,
Okay, yeah, Thibault, yeah, that's a defender.
and draft picks. That's the
Yo, Dame. So Dame, can we talk about Dame now?
Yeah, let's get into that. Dame reportedly wants out of Portland, but here's one of the things. They just hired a new coach, and that new coach is Chauncey Billups.
Mr. Big Shot.
And Damian Lillard was part of that interview.
Yeah.
He said that he liked everything that Billups had to say, whatever they hired him. And then I hear he wants out because they're not a championship roster. So it's like, I don't know, bro. Crazy.
I totally understand that, because I think that one of the problems that Portland had, and I think I said this earlier in the season, is the fact that Portland has to make the decision between Dame and CJ, because they cannot win with that backcourt, and it's not about
They can, but they need, like, CJ McCollum can't be your second best player.
No, but I'm saying they can't win with the way how the team is always constructed. It's constructed for Dame and CJ and Nurkic, right? Those three.
I think coaching was pretty bad for that team, though.
Coaching was bad, but I also think that, for example, I said it earlier, I think they should have been the person to pick up like a McGee. Cantor can't be your backup center because he can't defend.
Yeah, he can't rim protect or anything.
You need, if you're gonna have that backcourt, you need to have size in your front court that can either defend, like that can defend and score. Right now they just focused on scoring. Melo scorer. Cantor was a scorer. Nurkic was a scorer. They're like out of their front court, who was their defender? Robert Covington.
Mm-hmm. And he can't even dunk.
To counter that, like 2 years ago, they had Whiteside as their center, and they still lost.
Whiteside was on like the tail end of what Whiteside was. That's not Whiteside when he was on Miami, like early days when he was defending like crazy. You know what I mean? Like there was, and then on top of that, you have Dame and CJ, who are ball dominant point guards, right?
Yeah.
The pick and roll doesn't really help with certain ones if Whiteside isn't going to dunk it. It's not going to help if Nurkic wants to stay out on the 3-point and then try to get his points from there. Like that doesn't. If you look at like a team like Atlanta right now, one of the things that helps them win games is the fact that you don't know if Trae Young is going to do the floater or if he's lobbing it up to Josh Collins or you're lobbing it up to. It's the exact same thing. Like it's a pick and roll.
I will comment on that. The only reason Atlanta won that game, Trae Young went for 48. They only won by 3. And Bud, he was a fucking idiot. I'm gonna get real technical for 1 second. But if you have a ball dominant point guard, okay, who shoots the ball really well, you can't go under a pick and roll for one. Okay. 2, you can't drop your big into the hole and protect the rim. Versus a ball dominant shooting point guard, you can't do that.
That's why Bobby Portis has been good for them.
Trae Young, he was killing them at first, and then he got hot. And then what they tried to do, they tried to put the guard to go over the screen and trace Trae Young and still have their big in the hole. So now you have Trae Young coming downhill against a big who doesn't know what to do. That's why Trae Young can pull up for the floater, throw it up, because Bud is an idiot. And like things like that, those are things that I see them like, okay, this like either he's scared or doesn't know what he's doing, or I don't know, man, because like things like that, like you should know.
Mayor would have been yelling at him like at Mark's when Mayor was yelling at his teammates at Mark's birthday party. Just.
If I would listen, how you guard those guys if you're the Milwaukee Bucks is every pick and roll that Trae Young has, you hard double it, get the ball out of his hands, and force Gallinari, one of the other guys, to be a Draymond Green and find guys. That's how you beat them. You make other guys beat them.
I think they'll know that, but it's mind-boggling to me, bro. I watched the game, I'm like, he's not a real coach.
Bro, it's
kind
crazy,
of
bro.
This guy got coach of the year, bro.
Every single pick and roll, you hard double, like hard double, and then force them to pass the ball up, and then force other guys like John Collins, because other than Trae Young, they don't have any other guy on that team who can get shot for anybody else.
Right.
Because
Lou can.
Who?
Lou.
Yeah, no, Lou's a scorer. Lou gets
he's not a playmaker.
Yeah,
he's not a playmaker.
He's trying to score for himself.
But here's the only thing. The reason why I brought up the trade thing was because Atlanta thing is because they've been using this in the first 2 rounds. This is what's helped them. It's the fact that you don't know if Trae is doing a floater, if he's lobbing. It looks the exact same, and that floater game is he's impressed highly with that floater game, like killing teams with it, or the floating lob. You know what I mean? Like it's a whole nother thing. So Essay, how do you feel about Portland?
I think it's about time Dame leaves, man. I don't think they can do anything or much to kind of guarantee that the next season he'll have a fighting chance. I think it's more than just trading a specific player, getting it's a whole system, the whole culture doesn't really suit what they're trying to do with it. So I agree that the Dame CJ experiment is over. You know, it
should have been over from time.
Long time ago.
And I honestly think it should be him that leaves. Right. I think he should leave. And I think if he goes to Philly,
but I mean, like, why sign that contract, bro?
Yeah.
Loyalty.
Like, why?
Loyalty, man.
No, man. Loyalty to what? He wants to leave.
I'm saying it's loyalty to the fact of that he always said that he didn't want to play on
multiple
a
teams.
big team. Like he didn't want to be a part of like that. He wanted to win off like his legacy. His mindset to me was that mindset of I can bring a team to a championship, right?
Yeah.
I also think go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I also think that at some point you have to recognize that yes, your talent might be able to bring a team to a championship. But if your organization is not working properly with you to get you the pieces to help you bring that team to a championship, there's nothing like you can ball out as much as you want, but your organization isn't setting you up in a position to succeed.
Just look at KG, Minnesota, bro.
Minnesota?
Yeah.
When his career was done, he's like, yo, listen, I fucked up. I should have asked to leave fucking earlier.
And they wouldn't even sell him the team. They sold it to a baseball player.
Yeah.
Like,
I know. For
that dedication that you gave to that team, and you still wanted to go back and still wanted to be a part owner because you wanted to build that franchise up even more. And they sell it to a baseball player that has nothing to, that's never played in Minnesota. Like
that wants to reportedly wants to move the team out of the city too.
Yeah, he wants to.
Crazy, but I was saying back to Dame,
that's crazy.
I think part of the thing with Dame is that if you look back to just like if you just look like as career as a whole, he wasn't overly recruited in high school, right? He went to small town Weber State, right? He wasn't highly recruited or wasn't highly sought after after having a good college career, right? Has never really been respected in the NBA. Yeah, obviously, like NBA players know Dame is really good, and like people who know basketball know Dame is really good. But if you look at just casual fans, Dame is never mentioned in like the top echelons of point guards. You know, you look at all that stuff, and on top of that, this is like I think one of the big reasons for him kind of coming out and saying, not coming out, but the rumors being leaked that he wants to be moved is because if you look at it, they're having the Olympics coming up. And this is Dame's first time playing on the Olympics. And this is Dame's first time playing with other talented people. And like I was watching The Herd earlier today, and Coward kind of mentioned something that was kind of really interesting, is that like if you look back to when the Heatles were joined up. So you look back at Bron, Bosch, Wade, Melo, prior to the Heatles, they all played on the Olympic team together. And then that summer, they all went to Miami. And then after that, Kyrie, KD, and
Harden.
Kyrie, KD, and DeAndre Jordan, they were all on that Olympic roster together, right? And then that offseason, they all signed together to play for Brooklyn, right? So it's like, I think this year with him playing the Olympic team, like he's gonna see how easy it is to play with fucking other quality players, and I think he's honestly gone this year because he's finally to see that he's being appreciated, that he can be with talent, and also last thing, I think Dame is also really he thinks he's better than Steph Curry, right? And Steph gets all the praise, and I think he's gonna see that shit. I gotta win, you know. So yeah.
The only difference is that all those guys were free agents going into that summer. So
yeah,
Dame kind of put himself in a situation where he might not get to choose where he goes, and he still might be happy. He might go to a bum team. Like because there's talks of him getting traded. There's talks of him getting traded for Brandon Ingram and like picks and stuff.
He's gonna end up just so originally, you know that the Heatles was supposed to be Melo
too, yeah.
The Heatles were supposed to be Bron, Melo, and Wade. Bosch was never part of it, right? Because what happened was that Wade and Bron signed the same contract. They signed the 2+1, right? And then Melo signed the 4-year deal because he wanted money, right? So he didn't have freedom. So what happened was Bosch was the next guy, so they picked Bosch, and then Melo ended up getting traded to Knicks for fucking the whole roster. But similar to what happened with Dame is that like you look at Anthony Davis, all those guys who've been traded. Dame, in order for him to leave, he has a huge contract, so they have to trade a lot of pieces, a lot of assets to acquire him. So they're pretty much going to gut his team. So he's in a tough position right now, man.
Which is why I think that this situation, if the trade with Philly will work out. So let's talk about that. What do you do with Ben Simmons? Because he did not take a shot in the fourth quarter in 3 straight games. Games.
Let's be real. Ben Simmons was perfect in the fourth quarter for the whole series.
He was perfect. Yeah. 3 for 3.
Didn't miss.
3 for 3.
Didn't miss.
In 7 games, 3 for 3. And then shortly after the 76ers gets eliminated, there were reports that came out that said he's shooting with the wrong hand. And then there was viral clips of him shooting in the gym and hitting threes, hitting mid-range, all that stuff.
All videos though.
The summer league stuff.
Too little, too late.
Well, to me,
no, it was one that came out right after they got eliminated. Because he said he was back in the gym and that they released it right after he got back into the gym. So it's not even an old video.
To me, it seems like Ben Simmons still believes that he can improve this jump shot. He's foregoing the Olympics. He's not going to be joining the Australian team. Mm-hmm. He's just going to be working. He said he's going to be in the lab. He's going to be working on the shot. He's been working on this game. In his mind, he still believes that he can be the player that everyone thinks he can be. Mm-hmm. The problem is the rest of the world, we don't believe that.
It's been 5 years.
We don't think he's going to be that player. He said this same thing 3 years ago. He said the same thing 3 years ago. He said, "Oh, don't worry. I'm going to clean that up." We're 3 years later. Nothing's cleaned up.
Yeah.
It's safe to say Ben Simmons is who he is. He is what he is.
I have one kind of interesting.
I think you should.
So if you remember back in, I think it was like 2007 when Lakers were number 2 and they played Suns. Oh, Lakers number 7, they played Suns, and then Lakers up like what they were up like 3-1, I think, and they lost that series. And then in game 7, I think it was game 5 and 6, Kobe shot like 40 shots.
Yeah,
they lost both games, and then the media killed Kobe because they said, "Oh, you're shooting too much, not getting teammates involved." And in game 7, he purposely tried to get his teammates involved and try not to shoot. Do you think? I guess my question is: do you think Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid have like a real beef where everyone's kind of been saying Joel Embiid is a guy, and Ben Simmons is like, okay, well, fuck, I'm not gonna shoot. See if Joel Embiid can kind of carry us. You think that's part of it?
No, I just don't think he can shoot. I just think it's as simple as he can't shoot.
I think it's a mental thing, and I think that
he's scared.
One of the things that Hawks did was mentally got into his head with the Haka Simmons situation, and he just feared going to the line because he knew what was going to happen. I honestly believe that he needs to go to a new place, just because Philly is not that place that you let down and you show back up. You know what I mean? Like
Philly and New York, those are the two places you should not.
Those are not the crowd that
you're scared.
So
yeah, he was definitely scared because there's that.
Or LA.
The layup, the pass layup.
He was scared because he thought he was going to get fouled.
There was nobody around this guy.
Have you seen the full replay and you saw Joel Embiid, like he was heated.
He was cheesed.
He was standing by the 3-point
line. He was standing by the 3-point line, pissed.
If you even see Ben Simmons at the end when he had his hand up, like, how was that not a foul on him? Like, yo, just chill, man. Like, you had a wide open dunk, you passed off. Like
he thought he was gonna get fouled and he was gonna have to go to the free throw line.
Back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
he looked ahead. He did that.
Scared.
That's so Raven shit. He did that. That's so Raven shit. When you look in the future, that's what he was doing in his mind.
Miss after miss, brick after brick.
He passed that off, yo. Man did the Magic Johnson pass. The no look.
I don't think he was scared though, man. I don't think he was scared, bro. No, not at all. I think,
scared, bro.
I'm not saying because I can hoop a lot, and I've seen a lot of guys that will be a layup and they pass it out. Like I've seen that a lot. So like, bro, in that moment,
no.
Bear, he was scared. The man can't shoot free throws. He was scared.
There's no free throws where
he can't shoot free throws.
Bro, he said nobody, bro. He ain't scared of nobody, bro.
Yo, Merrick, can I ask you a question?
No, bro.
Merrick, can I ask you a question?
Can we read stats?
No.
We're not saying he's afraid of anybody. We're saying he's afraid of the free throw line.
Of the free throw line. That's what he's scared of.
So, Merrick, let me ask you a question.
Why didn't he go up?
And this is a simple question.
I see a lot of guys do that, bro. Like, layup is when you pass it out. I'm like, what are you doing? Like,
Jermaine, let me ask you a question, right? Mm-hmm. So, you've played ball like your entire life, right? And you're a really good hooper. Let me just say that, right? On record. So if you're playing on a team with somebody, and you're in the exact same situation, and they pass you the ball, what is the first thing coming to your mind?
Motherfucker, I'm going up.
Right? And that's what the teammate did, but he got fouled. But if you looked at it and you're looking at it like you had this whole wide open layup, like not even a wide open layup, a wide open dunk, because he could have easily dunked that.
It was like, Trae Young that was in the way.
No. He said
he was scared that Gallinari was gonna foul him.
Was on his back.
Yeah.
Right. So which means would have brought him to the free throw line.
Yeah.
In the fourth quarter.
And if you watch the video, Gallinari's back was turned to him.
Yeah, he can't see that.
He even was a guarantee.
Yeah. So stop. I don't know.
Oh, man.
Because I know I've hooped with Jermaine before, and Jermaine would not allow that play to go off, even if there's no free throws. Okay,
so let me. So I have a question: Is Portland a good fit for Ben Simmons? Though I know Dame.
I thought it would be. That's the first team I came up with.
The best fit for Ben Simmons, in my opinion, would be Golden State. So if they can do a Draymond Green for Ben Simmons trade.
Bro, they're talking about Ben Simmons being with Draymond, Clay, and Steph, and why
They're saying Wiggins.
I don't know how they're gonna do that.
They're saying Wiggins' contract is high.
Wiggins Poole, that other light skinned guy, I forget his name. He's a shooter on Golden State.
Bazemore?
No. No, man.
Juan Toscano.
Yeah, that guy. Him and Oubre.
That's a lot.
But I don't know. I personally think that Draymond wouldn't like Ben Simmons on the team because that's basically his role.
They're same player.
It's his role. So like,
yeah. Facilitate.
I don't know if
I can see Draymond not having a problem with Ben Simmons being on the team, as far as because if you look at what Draymond has to do, a lot of times he gets switched off onto playing guarding like a guard, whatever.
Yeah.
I think the thought process of having such height on there where he's not the predominant person, because if you can match it up where Ben Simmons has to guard the guard, like he defends the guards pretty well, right? And then having Draymond
but Draymond likes to do that too because he likes to showcase his defense.
What's a better lineup? Steph, Clay, Wiggins. Steph, Clay, Wiggins, Ben Simmons, and Wiseman, or Steph, Clay, Ben Simmons, Draymond, and Wiseman. What's
the second one to me?
It's easy to say Draymond because they have the chemistry, but I don't know, man.
I have it as the second one because I think one of the things that hurts Golden State's at time is when Draymond has to play the 5, and the height. I think Ben Simmons, as being a good rebounder like he is, I think that gives him a little bit more of an advantage of not having to feel the pressure of always having to grab those rebounds because you have somebody else with that. Because Ben Simmons is what, 6'10", right?
Oh, he's a big 6'10",
boy, 6'11". Mm-hmm. Like you have two people that can really switch up and guard at any time and still grab the rebounds, right? I think Wiseman he's still young. He still has that development to go through, but I think that he'll have if there's proper player development, that he'll end up being a problem in the league. But at this point right now, I would have it as the second one.
Draymond is still the heart of that team too, though.
Yeah,
Draymond is the heart of the team too.
He's the leader, bro. Mayor.
What about Doc?
I just saw something saying that
that's it. I can't
hear you,
bro.
Want to say it again?
I said I just saw something that said Miami is looking to get Dame, so they're looking to trade.
I know that already.
Bam.
Yeah.
Bam, Tyler Hero, Kendrick Nunn, and either Duncan Robinson for Dame.
That's not gonna happen because I'm not gonna touch Bam. Bam and Butler, they're untouchable right now. Everybody else, Tyler Hero's gone anyways, though. It won't matter.
So how the fuck you think you're gonna
Word? Tyler Hero's gone?
You can't keep those two guys.
All-Star.
Yo, bro, Pat Riley can make some moves, bro. It's gonna happen.
I don't know about that. Who the hell is this guy moving?
Dame Lillard without giving up an All-Star? That's some 2K.
I don't know about that.
Is he magical?
That's some kind of, bro. Yeah, that's.
No, I know. But I'm saying other teams will be involved too, so it won't be them. So it'll be like a 4-team trade, maybe. You know, like I see that happening.
3-team, 4. Oh shit. Okay.
Y'all kill me, but I just want to get to one thing that y'all didn't listen to. So SA brought up Doc Rivers. So what is the deal? What do you guys feel about Doc Rivers and his coaching in this playoffs and his first year as Philly?
You got to keep him, but
he doesn't make adjustments either.
I've always said that he's the most overrated coach ever.
Yeah, he doesn't make adjustments either, bro.
He says he's better than Bud.
I don't know. Doc,
I think they cancel each other out.
Listen. Doc has had some really good teams, bro. Really good teams. That Clippers team was really good. That Boston team was really good. Like he's had some really good teams, but
just keeps dropping.
Got some good leads too. Some good leads.
Yep. Yeah. Well, they both have kind of had that kind of stuff. But I like, as much as I don't like Bud, I would say Bud is a pause. Budenholzer, I would say that he is better than Doc Rivers just because he hasn't
Yo, this podcast has gone off the rails. Still, let me just let you know.
You're a whole fool, man.
Oh my god, this guy's just stupid.
No. But I would say that he, to me, has more leeway than Doc Rivers does. But Doc Rivers is supremely overrated, bro. He's overrated.
I agree.
All right. So I just wanted to pinpoint
he can do it
some
without
stuff
PG
out.
being involved.
Huh?
He can fail without PG being involved in any way.
Oh my god, bro.
This guy, man. So let me just pinpoint some stuff. Jason Kidd hired as the new Mavs head coach. Penny Hardaway is in serious contention as the coach for the Orlando Magic.
I wouldn't take
Penny.
Yep.
I would take the
Rick Carlisle hired as Indiana's new coach.
That's a good fit. He's going back home.
Yeah.
We talked about it. Chauncey Billups being head coach of Portland. They
That
still
losing his best player, that's crazy. That sucks, bro. Imagine getting that job and then you have to coach.
And then your best player wants out. That's crazy. You're right. I'd be like, yo, I quit.
5 years too.
That's tough.
Yo, there was when the news popped off on the Score app, it said 5 deal, and I was like, wait, what? I don't understand what this is talking about. What the hell is a 5 deal? And then Bleacher Report put it as a 5-year deal. I was like, okay, it makes sense. Boston just hired their new head coach. It is what? Huh?
Did they?
Yeah,
it's Brooklyn's assistant.
Yeah, it's what's his name?
Epe Oda, the guy that used to play on San Antonio.
Yeah,
Nia Long's husband.
Udoka.
Nia Long's husband.
What are you saying? Damn to
this guy's upset about
Nia Long's his thing.
I'm a fan of Nia Long still.
Nia Long's his thing.
I think we all are.
Yeah, she bad.
Since Friday.
So
isn't she the most rapped about?
So Ime Udoka is hired for Boston as Brad Stevens elevated to president of basketball ops.
His promotion.
Only certain men can get fired and get promoted in the same 24 hours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. They do have things saying that Teresa Weatherspoon is going to be in serious consideration as a head coach this year. Becky Hammond was supposed to be serious consideration for the Portland job, but they hired Chauncey.
You see that's crazy. If Becky got the job, I wonder if Dame would come on and say he wants to be traded.
Oh shit!
Or they'll try to cancel him.
That's interesting to think about.
I wonder if
because he wouldn't
do it, eh? He would have got canceled crazy.
They would have railroaded. They would have railroaded Dame. They would have killed him.
Yeah, that would have been bad. That would have been bad for him.
So they still say Becky Hammond's still in the mix, and the question that was posed was, should Washington go for Becky Hammond?
Scott Brooks is gone.
Scott Brooks is gone from Washington.
They have nothing to lose at this point. The team's trash, so they have nothing to lose.
How would
fix it up, shake it up.
They have one good player, so
shake it up.
Yeah,
they have nothing to lose.
Who's their one good player?
Oh man,
Bradley Beal.
Oh man,
I'll be so mad if Westbrook
and Westbrook,
Lakers, bro. Guys, I will be so upset if
shout out Joy.
He about to go to LA, bro.
If Westbrook or DeMar DeRozan come to the Lakers, I'm going to be very upset, bro.
I wouldn't mind DeMar DeRozan.
Off the bench?
I'll be back home.
Not a trade for him.
Karma's a basketball fan, eh?
Not a trade for him, but I wouldn't mind DeRozan, like a free agent kind of thing. I wouldn't mind that. But Westbrook, hell fucking no.
No, like I don't want Dane cheering for the Lakers either.
You don't want Goat Brook?
Come on, cut it out, Joy.
Joy's tripping for that. I don't, Dane as a Laker fan is gonna piss me off. I don't want to see it, bro. I don't want it. I don't want him to bring his. I don't want him to bring his bad juju to the team.
You're gonna feel like how Francis felt when you said you were a Lakers fan, eh? All right, so let's get back.
I brought Francis a championship. What are you talking about?
You did.
Man does not look impressed at all. So let's get to our final topic. So Raptors landed the number 4 pick. And
all right, guys, it's been a great show.
You're bailing out early like you're king?
No.
We ain't done regulation, yo.
I thought this was the commercial break part.
Damn. Oh man.
You know when Jokic got drafted, I was just at the bottom. We could just add that to the show. Raptors got the 4th pick. Yeah,
wow.
My bad. You guys carry on. You guys discuss. My bad.
So, what do you think? What do you think? Their thought process is on the draft. Do they?
Bro, rebuilding, bro.
Do they trade the pick?
Rebuilding, man. Rebuilding, bro. It's over.
They got to hope Jalen Green falls to them, man.
It's not gonna happen.
Suggs? Oh, I don't. You see the thing. I want Jalen Green, but I don't think it's gonna happen. From what we're projected to get Suggs right now, from what I'm seeing. So,
yeah, but
it all depends. It all depends on what one and the other 3 teams do.
Cade's gonna go number 1, so it just depends on what 2 and 3 want after that.
Because are we? Is this the year where you go for the best player available, or are you going for a need? Like, I'm not sure.
If they can't get Jalen Green, if I'm Raptors, I'm trading the pick.
So it's a possibility. It's a possibility.
As much as
Masai's keeping it close to the vest this year. He's not really talking about it, not saying nothing.
As much as I like Jalen Suggs, you can't have 4 point guards. Look what happened in Boston, man. Boston had too much point guards, right? So you can't have 4 point guards.
Bro, Kyle Lowry's gone, man. Don't matter. He's gone anyways, bro.
Okay, well, then they'll have Fred VanVleet.
I mean,
DeRozan are gonna link up somewhere.
LA.
Come on, man, stop it. Bro.
Nah, don't do that. Don't give these fools ammo.
Take it. Kyle Lowry and DeRozan. I mean, listen.
They better beg.
MJ. I'm not a LeBron fan, but I'll just say this for Raptors fans: if you can't beat them, join them, right?
You are a LeBron fan.
Where's your team right now? Where's your team right now? You want to refresh our memory?
I mean, same place where your team is.
After we won a full season championship, yeah.
Here we go.
The last 2 weeks with one superstar.
MJ
with only one superstar.
MJ,
I want to know how long you're gonna hold on to this one ring.
Listen, I'm just sick and tired of y'all.
As of right now,
the Raptors and y'all are acting like you weren't at that championship.
And our ring ain't got no
parade with us. Y'all were at that parade too.
Exactly.
I was there
as such a blasted ass up.
I was there as a Toronto basketball fan.
Oh my god.
I saw MJ.
What do you gotta tell yourself?
Phillips Square.
You got a jersey buried somewhere.
I was trying to go to the mall. I didn't know that was going on that day. I was just
shut up.
I was trying to go shopping. I needed some new shoes.
He saw watching that season when LeBron got injured.
No, I saw MJ running. I saw MJ running when the gunshots went off. I saw him running.
Whoa! What is happening right now? All right.
I was
commercial.
He must have been a shooter.
As the best way to close this out.
Who said that? Yo, you guys think you're too far with that one. Damn.
MJ's here, a Laker fan. Damn.
Report has come out that Soulja Boy almost did not do the verses because they wouldn't let his artists into the building. So he
I saw that.
So he was about to leave. So it would have just been a Bow Wow concert. Anyway,
no, that's fine.
So we've reached a part of the podcast where we get to promote our social medias and anything else that we might be working on. So Dewayne, we'll start with you.
Just follow me on Instagram, Chaz_Tenenbaum, Cabby certified.
Sure.
All right, there's a stranger in the house. MJ, we'll go to you next.
21.drip on Instagram. Also follow Drippy Supply. I wish everybody a great Canada Day. Yeah, man.
All right, respect. Jermaine.
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram, Mayor Creed, and can't wait for season 3, brothers.
Season 3, bigger and better.
Yep.
Coach.
And lesser too.
Yeah, where's the gunshot, bro?
This may be the asshole, one. This may be the one where I put in a sound effect.
Yeah.
All right, Coach.
You gotta do it.
Damn. I'm not holding back tonight. Sheesh.
Yo. Yeah, my IG is real_deal_Francis. And yeah, man, I'm just waiting to be back in the gym. That's it, man.
Yeah.
Dope. Essay.
All right, well, it's been a pleasure, completing yet another season with you fine gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? This year is particularly special with what occurred during the postseason. I want to say, I'm looking forward to sharing the mic with you guys next season. You can catch me on my personal IG at ProChatterbox, and we have our podcast, Talks with the Chatterbox. And you can catch that IG at Chattertalks or our website, www.chattertalks.tv.
Dope.
Fab Five.
This guy is so dumb. All right. And you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at The Senator. Don't forget to check out the Not So Soft podcast. Comes out every Friday with myself, Nino Rockwell, Kino the Great. Also, don't forget to follow the Chatroom podcast on Instagram at the.chatroompod. Make sure to like, rate, subscribe, and share to the Chatroom podcast wherever you listen to the podcast. And also make sure to head over to the YouTube channel, the Chatroom podcast. Hit that subscribe button. It's very important. We're trying to get bigger and better, and this is the way how we do it. So make sure to hit that subscribe button. This guy, I don't need the ad lib.
Bro, y'all see that Chris Paul drop, bro?
Hey, man.
Yo, that man got powerbomb, bro.
So this is the end of season 2, but that doesn't mean that'll be the end of our content. We'll still be dropping stuff on the Instagram page. We'll also be still going live on IG Live, especially during the NBA the finals, just so that we can kind of give our predictions on each games. The draft. We'll still be doing all that stuff. So make sure to follow the Instagram page at the.chatroompod. It's very important. Gentlemen, it has been a crazy season. We've seen a lot of changes. We've continued to try to grow the audience as much as we can, grow the content, grow. Big shout out to all the guests that we've had on. It's too many for us to actually name, but shout out to all the guests that's been on the podcast. Also, once again, congratulations to our own Mr. Pro Chatterbox for the engagement. You know what I mean? Like that all happened during the season.
Pro Chatter.
Appreciate y'all.
Look at him blushing. Look at him blushing. Man. Mr. Taj Mahal himself.
Yeah.
There's been so many changes, and as a unit we try our best to grow, and there's been ups, there's been downs, but at the same time we've maintained the brothership that there has been on this podcast, and we're just going to continue to do that into season 3. So appreciate y'all being around, even if y'all ain't here for every episode. It's always love because I know you guys are always showing support. So you guys stay safe in the summer, man.
Yeah,
man.
Sure.
Yeah. Same.
Absolutely.
And for
No
the next,
partying, guys. No partying.
Especially on July 1st, right? Especially on July 1st.
No partying.
Especially if you're in Calgary.
Yeah.
MJ with the fadeaway.
So yeah, this has been the Chat Room Podcast, your favorite baller's favorite podcast, and this has been season 2. Peace.
Peace.
Later, people.